And in her holy name we pray. Blessed be to your new... Danganronpa Hunger Games Grand Slam champion. No team has ever brought her to this glory. But that's because those were the old days of Junko. Those were the days where she was a dastardly demonic soul. But since she has been purified, and since we can put our hands together, fall, and pray for Saint Junko, Grand Slam champion. Boom! And as such, Junko has personally selected. She said, you know, we celebrated the good beings last time. Let Saint Junko bless the bad ones. Yeah, baby. It is time for the Danganronpa Hunger Games, and it is time to bless the bad beings. In District 1, we have Makoto, who's not a bad being, but Junko, you know, had to bring Makoto up, or had to bring Makoto into this one. Hina's in here, not usually bad, but a little dripping in chaos this season. Then we got, of course, some bad beings, Celeste, Togami, Hifumi. Not Junko. Junko's here to bless everybody. Mondo and Mukuro. As we keep going, we have Akane, we got Fuyuhiko, we got Gundam, we got Crazy Yoko, new tag team champion, knows how to blessed be, has received prayers from Saint Junko, and they made it. Mikan, Nagito, Peko, and Azuru. As we keep going, we have Komaru, Genocide Jack, Jotaro, Kotoko, Masaru, Monica, but let me talk to you about the double champion, my employee of the month, and the one who brought home the Grand Slam title to the squad. Thank you, Nagisa. Thank you for putting Saint Junko on a pedestal. You are a hero. You are a true disciple. You are a true follower. Thank you so much, and Haiji's here too. District 4, we see the Danganronpa V3, Angie, Kaito, Karumi, Kokichi. Corey's in the house with Maki, Mew, and Samugi. And I know it might be a little shock. I said it might be a little shock. Thank you. To your system. To see some of these folks here, I was like, you know, Kaito's not that bad of a being. All Saint Junko still needs to pray for him. Chisa, the Great Gozu, Juzo, Tengen, Munakata, Ruruka, and Izzy are all there for District 5, as well as Mai, who's generally a good being, but that Mai is being controlled by Monica, and that Monica sure ain't a good being. And there's only one really good being bear, and that is Usami, so the rest of them are here. I'm talking Monokuma, Monodam, Monokid, Monophonia, Monosuke, Monotaro, Shirokuma, Kurakuma. Boom! Uh-huh. Boom! I just had to get my quick prayers into Saint Junko. Thank you, Saint Junko. I was actually in a dark place earlier this season. When Team Waffle House defeated Team International House of Pancakes. It hurt me to my very soul. I wasn't sure I was going to be able to move on, but this has allowed me to see a new light. It has allowed me to see these games in a different light. Maybe this world isn't about pancakes versus waffles. Maybe this world isn't about good versus evil, as long as a saint is there to guide us. So, allow me to lead you all in one final chant as we say, "Blessed be Saint Junko." Okay, I'll get to the start of the episode this time. Here, let's get into it. As you can see, that's our episode. I'm feeling pretty good now. I'm feeling pretty good. I guess let me not play that. Let me see if we gotta actually do the... No. Let me see if we gotta do the chaos. Put that on. Take us over here. We'll just spin it real quick. It's 5%. I don't expect it to hit. Put that right back down there. Yeah, no, nothing. Because Junko said it's not gonna hit. She said she's gonna protect Nagisa. She's protecting him. You better believe. It's not about despair anymore. Not anymore. Not now. Blessed be Saint Junko. Now I can actually click this. Let me talk to you guys. Last episode was a treat. Maybe one of my favorite episodes of all time because Junko became a Grand Slam champion. Has held the singles title multiple times, held that World Pancake Championship, which honestly led into the start of the AWE, but I think most notably and most importantly, this tag team victory. She's had team after team, but she's never been able to get the job done. Junko XL has even gotten the job done before, but it's never been in the hands of Saint Junko. But today, we celebrate her. Yeah, we do. Let me get to your comments from last time. Let me get to those real quick, huh? Oh, also, yesterday was a very fun episode of the, Danganronpa Hunger Games OC action. If you haven't seen that, go and check that out if you have not. We will be back with OC action tag team style, except it'll be hosted by Taylor. He's hosting tag team action this season. Last episode was a great episode. The goodest of beings won in the end. Blessed be Saint Junko. Let me get to your comments real quick. Oh yeah, man. Fastest trap ever, set down, used, and broken out of in the span of 3 events. Could not be faster. Let me see. Opening asking, why is Junko here over Mondo or Leon? Well, let me tell you why. Because Junko's a saint. I even said that. Because Junko's a saint, duh. Junko's a saint, blessed be. Cat Bubbles, who says, favorite way to prepare eggs? I also did ask that question, so let me see. Scrambled or quiche? Also, answer my first question, which was, honestly, the women's triple threat, Drew and Priest and Cena versus Cody. One of those matches was not so great. The other two, honestly, pretty excelled. Let me see. Question of the day, fried eggs with ketchup. Everything else is kind of gross in my opinion. Interesting. That is interesting. Why did everything get murderous as soon as the bike theme played? Well, you know. Everyone's going to scream. Hey, you know what? Hey, don't scream. You scream to the heavens as you're saying, blessed be Saint Junko. Yeah. It's going to be a great rest of the season, baby. Kuzu said, I'd like to imagine Corey set that trap in order to catch girls for his sister, and he just so happened to catch the one girl who's not actually a girl, and then of course Chihiro gets released immediately to add insult to injury, which is kind of hilarious. Favorite egg dish is deviled eggs. I was never a big fan of deviled eggs. One of my friends really loves deviled eggs, loves deviled eggs like crazy. But no devil talk, no devil tongue today, because we are saying blessed be Saint Junko. Yeah. As for the dye question, I used to dye them a lot as a kid. I don't remember writing anything ridiculous on them, surprisingly. You know, you get that like clear wax crayon? Hey y'all, you're missing out. You know, in honor of Junko today, I just would like everybody to go into the comments, and I would like you to write some way that, write how Junko's blessed you in the past. Tell me that. Tell me how Junko has blessed you in the past. You already know my answer. I started the episode by saying I was in a dark time when the Waffle House won. Junko's light saved me. So I want to hear everybody's confessions, even if you gotta make one up. I want to hear how Saint Junko saved you, yeah. And that's the question of the day, and you can't teach that. That is our episode. I'm ready for it. No chaos is running unless it happens mid-episode, which definitely could happen as the events have been increasing and increasing. I guess we're just good to go, yeah? Yeah, I guess it's singles action though, so I need to get this back out. Dude, I was worried about our secret achievements for a little while, but we actually had quite a few of them now. We are gonna have to roll. But I know how many times we were simulating because I asked Saint Junko. That could happen. That could happen. That's exclusive to the other simulator. That one's exclusive to the other simulator. I think that one might be in both simulators. Anywho. We're resimulating one time. Why? Because it's the most chaotic, and that's because, you know, Saint Junko said so. I resimulated one time, so we're gonna kick this thing off. Are you ready? Toon Link, Dave. Oh, Toon Link's on the ground. Lucky Cat. Anomaly, the Anomalocaris. My heart is full. Kafka. My heart is full. Thanks to Saint Junko. I pray that she wins this game. I pray that she makes it to this finale. I pray that she walks out of the season as a double champion. I pray she walks out as a triple champion. Let's start this game. If she dies first, I would scream. In fact, let me get my picks in. For first, I'm gonna pick Saint Junko. For second, I think I'm gonna pick Saint Junko. And for third, I'm gonna pick Saint Junko. Those are my picks. Let's get this game started. And to do so, let's proceed, and we will sound the horn. In fact, horn bearers, sound the horns for Saint Junko. Thank you, horn bearers. Oh man, love Saint Junko. You gotta love her. Shirokuma runs away from the cornucopia. Maya time travels in from a past game in her blue police call box. Munakata gathers as much food as he can. Angie bought a tray of freshly baked cookies. Nagito doesn't get any though. Akane grabs Junko by the leg and smashes her against the ground repeatedly. By the time she finishes, Junko has been completely pulverized. Okay, so even the power of a saint can't the power of a saint can't oppose the power of the triple jinx. Oh boy. We'll pray for her. Monika's set top explosive killing Gozu Ruka. I can't believe this has happened to me. I'm a little bit upset, but I also think it's hilarious. Hilarious and upsetting and rage-inducing, but also kind of funny. Gozu Ruka and Nagisa are dead. Monodam finds a talking about a dragon. He says he's Gundam, asks him to place a curse on him. Mondo has to be kissed to come back to normal. He obliges, kissing Mondo. He's back. Makoto finds an ocarina in the cornucopia. Rentaro wanted to kill him for it, but the warm sound warms his heart and he spared Makoto's life. Tengen receives a vision of Buto dying brutally at the hands of Kori and Crazy Yoko, which is interesting because that's our tag team agent of chaos and our tag team champion. As he sees them approaching, he uses foresight to avoid dying. Tsumugi and Mikon stare each other down. If this pair contains the champion and the agent of chaos, chaos reigns. You know, it's so funny that we've just avoided this so many times because now, if these two were one event lower, chaos would have reigned. You know what I'm saying? I feel like we've had a bunch of close calls with this one. Like Tsumugi and Mikon, we just said, Chisa smashing a healing potion over Mukuro's head, simultaneously damaging and healing her. If Komaru is the agent of chaos and their target champion is still alive, chaos reigns. Hifumi, Monosuke, and Celeste work together to get as many supplies as humanly possible. Peko runs away from the cornucopia. Haiji runs away as well. Mondo picks up adrenaline and deposits it immediately in his soul. Every crowd out of control. Do it all to get him off their feet. Togami and Masaru fight Kotoko and Jack. Togami and Masaru survive if Kurokuma is the agent of chaos and their target champion's still alive. Chaos reigns, not the truth. Kurumi then grabs Hina by the leg and everybody's doing the old cartoon smashing thing. Maki finds Juzo in the cornucopia, but Juzo kills her. There's been a very bloody bloodbath, actually. Kokichi finds a torn photo of Fuiko with the word friend scribbled on the back. Azuru finds an invitation to World Pancake Championship match. Are you in this thing? Yes, you are. I was gonna say, I'm pretty sure he's in. Izuoi runs away from the cornucopia. Jotaro takes a shuckle from inside the cornucopia. Monokit runs away from the cornucopia. Monokuma takes a sickle. Kaito scares Monotaro away from the cornucopia. Mew runs away from the cornucopia, and Monofini finds a teleporter. It teleports her to space. Yikes. So she is gone. But the game goes on as Monokid and Togami awkwardly kiss under the mistletoe. Kiss me under the mistletoe. It's almost Christmas in July, you know, a couple more months. AV forces Monika to work at the arena supermarket AV swears and despairs as a cashier after it becomes understaffed. Tengen and Fumi think this is a great opportunity to score free food from her. Kokichi tries to become a beekeeper, but the bees aren't happy. He's dead. Mew thinks AV has an addiction to getting new addictions. That is not the truth, and it will never be the truth. Kurumi makes a poem for crazy Hiyoko. Monosuke has Drip, but Shirokuma is the director of Drip. Monotaro is not surprised that Pecco's made it this far because let's be real. Izue throws a pebble in anger, yeet, in a strange series of events. It causes a small landslide, killing Angie and the two very lucky boys who were very unlucky today. Akane, or I guess their bad luck kicked in, is exposed to Corey's sensitivity aura. That's his sister aura. I don't know what you're talking about. And I guess you are a sister, so Mikan asks Zuru if everything's okay. Chisa runs over the edge while trying to escape Monokuma and plummets to her doom. Mukuro shows Monodam her murder list. At the top is Monodam's name. It's in bold too. Komaru, baby! Kurokuma asks Haiji if Haiji likes bows. Haiji says no. Gundam used their special attack on Mono, the Mega Destruction Ball of Darkness and Destruction. It did no damage. Nobody's used the Knuckles portion of that in a long time. Munakata is confused why there's a pink Home Depot in the arena. Tsumugi, Jotaro, Juzo are chased by a rampaging Masaru. Kaito gets smashed in the head with a crowbar by Fuyiko. That's very mafia. That's very Yakuza of him. Maya joins the Balloon Protection Squad, and Celeste decides to lend Avi a hand and kills the Komodo that's loose in the arena. You love to see it. And you know what? Maybe if a member of the squad wins, we all win. So Saint Junko's still not out of this fight. As we proceed, 15 cannon shots of our 48 game of 48, I think. That sounds right. It's a Claire de Lune 4. Saint Junko. And the rest of them, I guess. Yeah, there they are. Alright, now let me do it for real. Gozu, Ruruka, Nagisa, Katoko, Genocide Jack, Hina, Maki, Monofune, Kokichi, Angie, Makoto, Nagito, Chisa, and Kaito. But none better than Saint Junko. We'll see everybody's statuses real quick, and as we see them, we have Togami, Celeste, Fumi, Mondo, and Mukuro still hanging in from Saint Junko's district. Everybody except for Nagito for District 2, Katoko and Nagisa gone from District 3. District 4 is missing 4, they're halfway gone. District 5 is missing 3, and Monofune is the only one missing from the Bears. And so with 33 left, yes, that means we did have a nice little 48. We proceed. Yeah, we have 6 districts. I could have just been like, oh yeah, we had 6 districts. For some reason, I remember we had 8 in every district, but I didn't remember how many districts we had. We'll proceed to go on. Who will come in on top, and who will be the next apostle of Saint Junko? We will proceed to see where in the world is Maya. We really don't know. Probably dead. She's dead. Kamaru introduces Monokid and Masaru to her imaginary friend. There's nobody there. Monodam puts his trust in Jotaro, allows him to fall backwards. Jotaro does nothing and watches him fall. How rude. Mono gets a hold of my soundboard and plays a secret achievement music. Well, don't mind if you do. Still one of the best songs, I'm gonna be real. Also, while I'm thinking of Danganronpa, 100 Line has come out. There should be content for it coming out tomorrow, if all things go according to plan. So get excited for that. However, will continue on with the show. Juzo is played by a recurring nightmare. Fuyiko goes directly to jail. Samui can't decide whether Pecco should live or should she die. Kurokuma commits tax evasion. Mukuro walks across a carpet full of Legos, going against all logic and reason. She powers through the pain and reaches the other side. To the other side! Once you reach the other side of the Legos. If Togami is the agent of chaos, and he's not, so we will continue. Haiji gets distracted. Fumi edits the description of this video. Monika also goes to jail. Everybody's going to jail. Akane misses their planned meeting with Mikan, has a sad feeling in her chest. Gundam, Corey, Monokuma, Kurumi, and Tengen get together and form an idol group. This is a wild idol group. Azuru finds a big red button, decides to leave it be. Izuyoi breaks Minecraft rule number 1 and digs straight down. Shockingly, he finds diamonds. Shirokuma sets up an outdoor generator, space heater, and floodlights. Celeste, Mew start kicking Munakata for unknown reasons. Monotaro finishes his nighttime coffee before dismembering Celeste and Mew. Monotaro does not like bullies. Well, okay then. Crazy Yoko and Monosuke, however, to start prepping for Spooky Month by doing the spooky dance. We will go on. It is day 2. As Monokid commits Sora. Monodam makes a poem from Mikon. How delightful. I wonder what it is. Monodam looks like he writes haikus. Monotaro uses a spell to select the intelligence of Pekka, which shockingly works, leaving her literally dumbfounded. Shirokuma walks up to a lemonade stand, and he said to the Gundam running the stand, "Hey, bum bum bum, got any grapes?" And then Gundam murdered him. There is a murder version of that event. Samugi is theorizing how best to counter Avi's jinx. Well, you saw what happened to... you saw what happened to Junko. I hope you got a good theory. A game theory. Jotaro doesn't believe in palindromes. Monosuke draws... Among Us. Rating pistol rates Kurumi 57 points. Kori, Mukuro, and Fumi come up with a complicated... my brain wanted to say diabolical escape plan. Anywho. It's complicated. Munakata and Tengen kiss under the mistletoe. Juzo and Maya and Crazy Yoko corner Akane and are about to kill her when suddenly she pulls out a grappling hook and uses it to escape. Avi confuses Hilda for Izuyoi. How? I mean, well, look. They both excel in, you know what, I'm just gonna say that they have similar fashion sense. How? That might be more confusing for you, but you know, you'll figure it out. Togami forces Monokuma to kill either Mondo or Masaru refuses to kill, so Togami kills him instead. Izuru begs for Komaru to kill him, she refuses, keeping him alive. Kurokuma bashes the TV head, my guy, and Haiji's confused why there's a pink Home Depot in the arena as well. We lost another 5. We're tiptoeing, but now we're in the 20s as we hit a Claire de Lune 4. Fuyuhiko. Monica, Celeste, Mew, Monokuma. Oh, this is only our second Fallen Tributes. That means we're at 27. 28? 28, actually. Because we had 33 last time? That sounds right. No, I almost clicked proceed. Still down to 4 now on... St. Junko's district. Danganronpa 2 still kind of killing it. They've only lost 2. Halfway gone is Ultra Despair Girls. District 4 has their remaining 3 as well. And now, hold on, District 5 still killing it. They've lost 3. But the Bears, they've only lost 2. Let me talk about the Bears, baby. The Bears and Danganronpa 2, they're killing it out here. But will they get killed next round is the real question. We can only find out with the proceed. And that's exactly what we're going to do. Shall we? Come along with me, and you'll see that Mukuro severely injures Crazy Hyoko and leaves her there to die. No chaos will reign today as Monotaro and Kori take some pictures of Aurora Borealis before going to sleep. Gundam berates Akane for not protecting him better. Izuyoi signs a petition to change American football to Heat Ball. Hifumi dyes her purple, which is... I mean, his hair's kind of already a darkish purple. Juzo and Tengen have a pose-off. Juzo wins. Izuru challenges Avi in Battleship. Izuru sinks my Battleship. He cheated. He cheated. He's literally cheating. Masaru does a quick prayer to a tool before going to sleep. Kurokuma gets a hold of my soundboard and plays Samurai Woman. But why would... I guess I'll allow it. Mikon taints Shirokuma's food, killing him. I didn't know that Shirokuma ate, but I guess he sure did. Togami buys every single version of Uno from Avi's Wares and Despairs. Haiji, Mondo, Samugi, Mondo, and Munakata get together to form an idol group. Becca has a dream in which Monica is plotting to murder. There's a lot of food tainting. Goodness gracious. Maya taints Karumi's food, killing her. Monosuke throws a Molotov at Tara after it dissipates. Monosuke is still perfectly okay, and Komaru grabs Kokichi by the throat. That means we go on to day 3 as Juzo smacks the taste right out of Maya's mouth. Ooh, boy. I felt that one. It's a little tingly. Monosuke gives Tsumugi his blessings to Mary Peko. They don't know what the heck he's on about. Izui mails me some brand new socks. Thank you. Munakata's allergies are so bad he sends the arena back to April. Mukuro gets her hand stuck in a can of Pringles. Oh my gosh. Pringles. Mikan does a rain dance summoning a thunderstorm. A random bolt of lightning strikes down Gundam. Mondo has seen a lot of murders in his day. And 6 of them were today because he saw Monotaro kill Komaru, Monokid, Kurokuma, Izuru, Tengen, and Jotaro. Wow. Okay then. Akane raises Haiji's hopes and dashes him quite expertly. Hifumi receives fresh fruit from a mysterious man dressed as a wizard. Togami breaks down and starts weeping for an unknown reason. Kori tries to console him. Monodam was crushed by a falling anvil. And Masaru doesn't want to live on this planet anymore. This was a hefty day because of that event. That was a free bunch of them. And that takes us to 11. Which brings us out of the 20s already. On day 3. So after this, Claire de Lune 4, Crazy Hyoko, Shirokuma, Karumi, Gundam, Komaru, Monokid, Kurokuma, Izuru, Tengen, Jotaro, Monodam. Well, I guess they had it coming. Still 3 people remaining, and we only have, what, 17 left? Okay, hold on a minute. That ding just happened. Oh, I don't have that muted. Okay, never mind. We're still good. 17 do indeed remain, 4 of them being from District 1, Togami, Mukuro, Mondo, and Hifumi. Danganronpa 2 is now struggling. They are down to 3, Akane, Mikan, and Peko. Ultra Spare Girl still have Haiji and Masaru, your final 2 for them. Just like V3, who just have Kori in-house, and Tsumugi. District 5, however, they made a little comeback. They now still have Juzo, Izui, Maya, and Munakata, and another final 2 situation for the Bears, Monotaro and Monosuke. 17 remain. Who will be a part of your final 10? Shall we find out together? I believe we shall. Let's do it, let's proceed, and we will see. Night 3, as Juzo battles Tsumugi in an intense game of rock, paper, scissors. Juzo loses out of a sad feeling in his chest. Munakata attempts to sneak into the back rooms of Yoko's items and misfortunes, which, you know, the worst store of all time, but gets seen by Mikan, an employee of the store. Despite Haiji's desperate begging, Izui decides to leave his campsite. Masaru, Mukuro, and Mai comment on what they find nice about each other to improve the mood. Mondo finds an etch-a-sketch and shows Peko the portrait he made for Monotaro. Mondo was cheating on Peko with Monotaro all along. Hifumi finds a dapper suit and puts it on. Even if it's the wrong simulator, he's still looking super fly. Akane finds an etch-a-sketch. She makes a portrait for Togami, and Togami actually loves it. This is the wildest odd couple I've ever seen. Akane and Togami would never work unless Kori finds a dapper suit, puts it on. Even if it's the wrong simulator, he's also looking super fly. Everybody looking super fly out here, and Monosuke is plagued by a recurring nightmare. Nobody perished. As we go on to day 4, it looks like still nobody perishing, because it would seem that Monotaro and Hifumi have come to a standstill in Tarzan's forest. Izui uses their special attack on Akane, the Mega Destruction Ball of Darkness and Destruction, no damage again. Mondo defeats Juzo in a fight, spares his life. Mayan wonders if Nagito has Nagito insurance. Monosuke is sick and tired of playing nice. Monosuke's turn heel. Rating pistol rates Tsumugi 42 points. Munakata, as an employee of AB's Wares and Despairs, the best store of all time, prepares the inevitable shopping raid. Mikan gets turned into a Fall Guys bean. Masaru advertises Fallen to Mukuro. Mukuro's impressed and checks it out. Haiji slurps some fresh applesauce. Nice. Peko receives a knife from an unknown sponsor. Kori finds a bikini, and does he put it on underneath his swimsuit? Or, I'm sorry, Superfly suit, or what? And Togami reminisces about Season 4. Unless this is the fatal version of this event, everybody's fine. Everybody's fine. We will proceed again, I guess. As Tsumugi breaks Minecraft rule number 1, looking for diamonds, she perishes in lava. Maya hates Monosuke so strongly, she created a squad against Monosuke. I don't know why Monosuke. I think he's an okay bear. Mukuro finds a bigger button, decides to leave it be. A lot of people are just saying no to the buttons today. Monotaro gets affected with a despair disease, starts insulting everyone who passes him by relentlessly. Fumi does a quick prayer to Atua. We pray to Saint Junko, but that's fine. Before going to sleep, Mikan, Peko, and Togami get into a fight. Togami, rather, triumphantly kills them both. Masaru disowns Izui for doing a disgrace to the family. Haiji, Munakata, and Mondo, rather, get into a fight. Munakata triumphantly kills the both of them. Oh my. Juzo dies to her black. Akane gets just caught a glimpse of the elusive Mama Kuma. She was seeing things, right? Wait, is Mama Kuma a MILF? Those aren't the questions we need answers. Corey wants Avi to give Sayaka a chance to perish. The feast! That kind of snuck up on me this time. The feast is here. The cornucopia replenishes food, weapons, memoirs from the tribute's families. Munakata then yeets Hifumi off of a cliff during a knife fight. Izioi's trap kills Mukuro. Masaru steps on a landmine. Corey, Akane, and Monotaro and Togami said, "We're not going." Juzo shoots a poisonous blow dart into Maya's neck, slowly killing her, and Monosuke also decides not to go to the feast. We are definitely within saving grace picks range. So much so that we are down to, I think, like your final 4 at this point, because Munakata confesses his love for Togami. Togami says, "Cool, see you, homie," and leaves. Juzo, Izio, and Corey hold an intervention for my pancake addiction. They are all going to perish for trying to take my pancakes. You fools. That's a Saint Junko decree. Now die. Bang, bang, bang. Akane sets up an ice cream shack. Monotaro comes and buys some. It tastes alright, but something's off. Turns out it was coated with poison. Monotaro dies, and Monosuke, baby. That brings us indeed down to your final 4. Akane, Monosuke, Munakata, and Togami as we proceed. I was gonna say, if there's an arena event too, that would be the wildest run of a lifetime. 13 cannon shots. 1 final Clear Day Lu in 4. The Moogster. Mikon, Peko, Haiji, Mondo, Hifumi, Mukuro, Masaru, Maya, Juzo, Izioi, Corey, Monotaro. Let's speak of these statuses real quick. We are down to, as I said, your final 4. It's not just speaking of your statuses. Y'all might need some new votes. As I say to you, I'm not gonna let you make them. But you know who will? Junko, because these are your blessed be picks. As we all give our praises to Saint Junko, she has blessed us, and these are our blessed be picks. Starting with potentially Togami. Togami, who kissed Akane on the forehead, a romance that I never thought I would see, but here we are. Will Togami find love under Saint Junko? Akane has 2 KOs to her name, representing Danganronpa 2, and representing 1/3 of the tag team champions, Crazy Yoko. You love to see it. Will Akane take the dub today? As we go onward, we see Munakata. Munakata, you know, he's had his ups and downs, but we love Munakata for who he is. He is a grand, upstanding gentleman, and he has received the blessings of Saint Junko. That being said, that brings us also down to Monosuke, who Maya made a whole squad against. I don't know who would do such a thing. Make a squad against a character that they don't like? That seems petty and uncalled for. Saint Junko would never join a squad like that. And I would never make one, because blessed be Saint Junko. I've seen the light. That being said, these are your final 4. Make your saving grace picks 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. I will make mine as well. For 1st, I'm going to take Togami. I believe Togami's had a fantastic game. He's shown true character, and it's, as we said, the blessings of Saint Junko will lead him to become a better person. For 2nd, I'm going to take Akane, and for 3rd, I guess I'm going to take Monosuke. Those are my picks. My blessed be picks. Hopefully you guys have made yours as well. And so, without further ado, it is your final 4. And as we go onward, we will see our winner. But these 4, Monosuke, Munakata, Togami, and Akane, they're all caught in what we would like to call a crisis. But there are no crises here with Saint Junko, but there is fate. So perhaps this is just a blessed fate. Shall we go on? I believe we shall. It is your final 4, let's see how this all plays out. And as we do so, Togami receives Yakiniku from an unknown sponsor. Monosuke berates Akane for not protecting him better, and Munakata gets a hold of my soundboard. Wait, no, hold on, Munakata. That's not a very blessed song to play. Hold on a second, Munakata. I don't know if you. Hold on, Munakata. That's not a gun. Munakata. Everything gets a little bit more violent when you do that. We're trying to have a very blessed, humble game. I don't know if you should be doing that. That's a little bit concerning. This might not last too much longer. We will proceed. And Togami and Monosuke engage in an Agni Kai. Togami wins, leaving Monosuke completely incinerated. You see? It could have been just a normal, I'm pushing off an edge, but he gets burnt to a crisp. Akane receives a knife from an unknown sponsor, and Munakata is the king of Five Nights at Freddy's. Now, hopefully there's no arena event, because somebody decided to go a little crazy and play Megalovania. No, there's not. And you know what? There would have been, if not under the guidance and light and protection of Saint Junko. Monosuke, this terrible turnabout is for you. Monosuke. Yes, yes, yes. But we have to go on. We still have 3 competitors left. I don't even need to check everybody's statuses. It's still a crisis of fate. It's Togami. It is Akane. And it is Munakata. Shall we go on? Munakata sets off explosive, killing Akane. Akane is gone. Oh no. That leaves us down to 2 competitors, Munakata and Togami. And that means, usually I would ask you who would it be. But instead, I'm not going to ask you because I don't need to ask you anything. You didn't believe in Saint Junko. I did. And so I will ask for her guidance instead. Saint Junko, could you please tell me who? It will be Munakata, Togami. I believe that your light will lead us to the correct answer. Will it be the beacon of hope, Munakata, who had turned astray? Or will it be, under your guiding light, Togami? 2 competitors, both I'm sure you have spread your light to. So no matter who wins, we win. Thanks to Saint Junko. But I'll allow you to make your predictions as well. Will it be Munakata, Togami? Perhaps it will be both, or perhaps it will be neither. Let's find out together. Shall we? Let's proceed, and we see. Togami declares his support to the entourage. That is a crime. Genocide Jack. Destroy him. Thank you. And with that, we have ourselves a winner. Somebody who after this, the 2 who enjoyed the kiss on the forehead. It is a terrible turnabout for Akane, Togami. So, I don't even need to go through this. I can just see everybody's statuses and I know who wins. It is the one and only. It is your winner. Somebody who Saint Junko's guiding light had touched and put him on the correct path. Both in this game and in the canon, Saint Junko's light, even through her death, guided forward, just like in the games and just like in the canon. Munakata, because of her, takes the victory. Thank you, and blessed be Saint Junko. What a peaceful game. What a nice, calming, despair-free game. I hope you all enjoyed it, and congratulations once again to Munakata, who takes this victory. Well earned, well deserved. You were guided by the light of Saint Junko. Togami had a fantastic 2nd place, Akane with 3rd, Monosuke with 4th, Monotaro in 5th, Kori in 6th, Izio in 7th, Juzo in 8th, Maya in 9th, and rounding off your top 10 was Masaru. And with that, Munakata earns his spot on the bracket, and we must prepare. We must prepare to go forward. Unfortunately, in the AWE, Junko does seem to be missing, which is an unfortunate situation. That brings tears to my eye, but we can still appreciate Saint Junko, who is here today, even though she did finish in a rather low position. She stepped out of the way and she died so others could go forward. And imagine at the end, Akane placed third. She could have won the whole thing, but I believe she slighted Saint Junko. So Saint Junko made sure that that wouldn't happen. How did Akane die again? Ah, yes, an explosive by the winner. The winner who was Munakata. And that's why he won. This entire game, he sought to take out Akane because of the transgression that she had done to Saint Junko. He truly is one of us. As we go on, we will proceed. This is the end of our game. Monotaro with 8 KOs, Togami with 6, Izuyo with 4, Munakata with 4, Monica with 3, 2 or less for everyone else. We must proceed, go back to the reaping, and that is our game. Hopefully watching this episode has blessed you. Hopefully you feel the blessings of Saint Junko, and if you don't, then I guess you can tune in tonight, because tonight there will be no Saint Junko, but there will be a very important episode on the beaten path to Ticket to Paradise. I believe after tonight, our golden ticket matches will be secured. A lot of going on. I'm very excited to see how this all plays out, and I'm sure all of you are as well. So get excited, get your snacks, and who will walk out? We'll see who gets it for your votes. We'll see the last chances. We'll also claim another spot for the ladies. I am taking off. Until then, Sun Davy, the best of luck to you. Hopefully we all find Saint Junko. Blessed be her name. Thank you all for watching. Toodaloo Flight Crew. Thank you. And always, thank Saint Junko.